Hello, everybody. Hello. Chat test. All right. Let's see. I'm live. Yes, I am. Everything's telling me I'm live. How's it going, everybody? Today is August 1st, 2020. Just telling you the date in case you didn't know. Yeah. So, do that first of the month stuff. Yeah, so last week, one of my aunts suggested that I do a painting with Nosferatu in it, and so I've been working on that a little bit today, and I will be starting on that painting tonight. So I think what I'm going to be doing is showing you guys what I sculpted today. I've been doing this method where I will do. I'm trying to look up Nosferatu on my phone. Yeah, so I've been doing this method where I've been doing stuff in a sculpting software to kind of compose the painting. I've been doing that for a while now. I really like it. Sometimes I draw stuff, but I can't say sometimes I draw stuff. I mean, painting is drawing, so and I do draw things first sometimes, or at least thumbnail stuff, etc. But I've been really liking this because it's kind of like, when you're doing a painting, when you're staging a painting, some people do photographs, painters, fine art painters, they'll do photographs, they'll set up poses like that. Um, and this just kind of speeds up my process, and you know, it matches my two favorite things, which are sculpting and painting. Drawing is okay, and I'm always practicing it and stuff, but it's not my super favorite thing to try and get lines exactly right on a something that I'm creating. It's just not my favorite thing to sit there and try to get everything perfect in the drawing before I start painting. So even when I do paint stuff without sculpting, I'll usually just start painting, and I just found that this kind of speeds up my process. So anyway, I'm gonna just start playing these videos. This is pretty much what I recorded today. Started to hey Eva, how's it going? I pretty much started to get together this pose, and I'm hoping that it doesn't take all night tonight for me to actually get the composition, this painting worked out. I don't want to spend all night in this sculpting software. I'm not all the way finished yet, but I got pretty far. So right now I'm just starting on the carousel part. This is going to be Nosferatu at the fair. That's pretty much what it's going to be. Which, yeah, by the way, Nosferatu still freaks me out. Looking at pictures of Nosferatu, 43 years old. This is, I guess kind of like the thing about this is that I always talk about how I used to watch horror movies with my aunts when I was little. Nosferatu was one of the ones that really like freaked me out, like sent me out of the room, freaked me out. Really, my aunts shouldn't have been making me watch that. I'm just kidding. But you know, it really freaks me out. Yeah, it right freaks us out, right? Hi Caleb, how's it going? So you know, it was so I was looking at pictures today to get together reference for this and stuff, and so I'm looking at all these pictures of Nosferatu, which kind of led me to Salem's Lot because yeah, Salem's Lot even because maybe that was the one that freaked me out, because I'm going to tell you right now, Nosferatu's scary, but that freaking vampire in Salem's Lot. Hey, thanks, Caleb. I appreciate that, man. But Salem's Lot, the vampire from Salem's Lot, is fucking like the scariest freaking vampire ever. I saw these like okay, so it was Salem's Lot. Well, I mean, you can see how I get them mixed up because Stephen King said that Salem's Lot, at least the vampire design from Salem's Lot was based off Nosferatu. It's much more like he's not a sparkly vampire, man. He's like freaking scary. He's got these like crazy fangs and stuff, and he's like green or blue. He's got like these crazy orange eyes. Go look it up if you want to have nightmares tonight. So anyway, yeah. So it was pretty funny as I was doing that. So like, yeah. So this is going to be just Nosferatu at the fair. I thought it would be pretty fun, and I hope you guys are happy because I'm going to be definitely. I don't know. I was going to say sleep with the lights on or something, but that's not really. I'm not really going to do that. I'm a grown ass man, guys. What the hell was that? I'm just kidding. So yeah, I'm just doing a carousel here. This was like about a half hour. I'm trying to speed it up. Yeah, it's going pretty fast right now. So this is just me kind of modeling it, and I guess what I'm going to do after this is I've gotten to the point where I'm posing the figure, so I got pretty far. I'm hoping that it's not going to take super long, and as you can probably see, I'm not trying to be perfect with everything because this is really just this is going to be a quick idea that I'm getting down on paper, kind of like sketching, except for I'm sketching in 3D, and then I'm going to use this and render this out. Maybe I'll think about the lighting, because that's kind of what this is as I do this, I'm working out designs and stuff like that. I'm modeling this, but I'm also thinking about how's this thing going to be composed, So it's really, I don't know. I think I have really been loving this process. To me, it's a lot better than doing like, 20 or 30 iterations of a painting before you do the final, which, I guess different situations call for different stuff. So, and I've mentioned before, like a lot, but I mean, I talk about it a lot because it's the biggest thing going on in my life right now is I'm, currently writing a graphic novel. And once I'm finished with that and I'm starting to do the artwork, it's going to be a lot. I mean, a graphic novel, doing a graphic, writing and drawing and painting and it's going to be painted too. So it's not going to be like traditional inked. So it's a lot of paintings, a lot of illustrations that are going to be at this thing. It's like 4 books long. It's a really ambitious project, and it's if I don't figure out ways to make the process go faster than just hand drawing everything and doing 50 versions of every panel, it'll take me the rest of my life. Like literally, it'll take me 40 years to do this freaking thing. So I don't want that to happen. That's what I've been doing. Kind of this process as I'm developing this, it's kind of feeding into my ideas for how I'm going to be doing the graphic novel art once I get started. And like I said, this is really just like somewhere I think that this is going to be really helpful is like when I'm doing a graphic novel, say there are two characters talking in a kitchen, you know, I can model the kitchen once, and then I can kind of put the characters in the kitchen in this kind of thing, and then I can, it's almost like I'm shooting a movie at that point. But you know, they'll be really primitive. You'll see the model I use. They're really primitive. You know, it's nowhere near finished. It's really just getting quick lighting, quick composition for the panel. You know, and so then I can take them in the scene and turn them any way I want, mess with different focal lengths, and shoot it like a movie kind of. And then I can bring all that in to my painting software, panel by panel, and paint it. And you know, and then you know and that, like I said, is like, you know, I guess I'd say 30% of the way done by the time it gets in there, and then it's a lot of painting, and then it'll go through changes and this and that. But it's just like a starting point, you know, for perspective and stuff. And it's, I don't know, I'm pretty excited about it because it makes this project feel not so monolithic that like I'll never finish it. I feel like doing this process will give me the kind of power to get this damn thing done someday, you know. At the end of the day, if the art looks cool and the story's good, I mean, then that is what your goal is when you're doing a graphic novel. So, you know, the goal is not necessarily, you know, he hand drew this and it ruined his life. You know, that's not necessarily the goal of it. Anyways, that's my explanation. I had a long conversation with a friend of mine today about this, so it's kind of fresh in my mind. So I messed around with this horse for a bit. I already had a pony from another painting, and I kind of brought it in, and it changes quite a bit. But, and again, you know, he's got a pretty lumpy butt, but that's not like, I'm not going for perfection here. I'm just going for something to bounce virtual light off of, you know. So, how's everybody been doing? Everybody had a good week? That's kind of an open-ended question, you know. What's everybody been binge watching on their quarantine time? That's a good question. That's a good conversation starter, since my life is pretty much writing and art, and once in a while watching things on Netflix or Amazon Prime. What's everybody been into lately? I just finished Castle Rock last week, the second season. I thought that I like the second season a lot better than the first one. The first one was good too, but I like the second one a lot better. And then Umbrella Academy, second what am I talking about? Oh yeah, second season of Umbrella Academy just came out yesterday, and I watched a couple episodes of that last night, and I'm looking forward to getting through that. I really liked the first season of that. Eva, the 1965 Dark Shadows soap opera. Are you really watching that, or are you just mentioning it? Dark Shadows soap opera. Wasn't that like that was a soap opera with vampire in it, wasn't it? Pretty sure it was. It was kind of like a serious show, but it had a vampire in it. It's a pretty smart idea, actually. Like a horror soap opera, if I remember right. All right, we're almost through this stuff now. Just kind of want to show you guys how I got here. Here's a, you are watching it, you are watching it, Dark Shadows. Okay, good storyline, low budget, right? Because it was like some Yeah, it was a regular TV network show. How much of did they make of that? Was it on for like years, or was it on for a short time? Here I am giving this guy a big old mane. I don't think I used that one. Here I am. Here I am looking at how horses run. All right, so I'm bringing the horses into the carousel now. It's on for years. It's pretty funny that you're watching a show with a vampire in it, or appropriate that you're watching a vampire soap opera. Vampires must just be in the zeitgeist right now for some reason. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I was watching Castle Rock, and I watched a really good documentary this week. I enjoyed it a lot. I think it might have just came out on demand. It's the Danny Trejo documentary. If you guys probably know who Danny Trejo is, but if not, he's like a character actor. I guess you'd call him a character actor, but if you knew him, if you saw him, you'd know him. Let me Google him. This guy, Danny Trejo. Boom. This dude, right here. He always plays like pretty much. It's Machete. He pretty much plays a badass. Machete. And so anyway, they made this documentary about him. He's a really interesting person and also a good person. And he's got kind of an inspiring story. You know, I'm a sucker for a redemption story. Like I'll you can get me with a redemption story every time. But yeah, check that out. It's a good documentary if you like documentaries. Eva, you love them, so yeah. So you should go watch the doc. It's good. So this is about where I got with this. I don't think we even really need to watch any more of this. This is me just posing the caricature. So I'm just gonna. Oh no, it won't let me stop. Stop. All right. So that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, so I'm just gonna pose this guy because I can't really move forward without posing him. I was hoping to get this done, but I just didn't. Nosferatu at the fair. Riding the carousel. Do they even have fairs anymore, guys? Do kids still like to go to fairs? Or they must, right? I mean, it's like I have this. I don't have any kids. I have this probably wrong vision in my head of kids don't want to go outside anymore. They just want to like play video games and learn TikTok dances. Is that not fair? Is that unfair? Yeah, I'm not like, oh, this generation, these kids stay. But I also don't really know if kids like to go to the fair or not. So help me out with that. I don't even really know if I liked to go to the fair. It was just kind of like the only thing. It was like something to do. It always smelled like garbage juice at the fair because people were just throwing away greasy food with juices coming out of it. Why am I being so gross? Anyway. Nostalgia talk. My favorite thing. The good old days, right? It's like all right, I'm just gonna get this guy so he looks like he's riding a horse. I don't know why I'm feeling like I need to finish it so fast. Nobody really told me I did. I think I'm just ready to start painting. You guys still have the one at the ballpark up there, Eva? Yeah, in the little town that I could say I grew up there, at least for part of the year and for part of my life. Upland, Pennsylvania, right outside Philadelphia. There's a little park right up the street. And I guess, Eva, you're talking about the 4th of July, thing that they do up there? Well, that ain't gonna work, is it? Nosferatu's head is through the dang roof. Let's see, what could I do? I don't really want to make him real small. Part of the fun is that he's too big to sit on this horse. Guess I'll just have to make him. What happened to all my tools? There they are. How am I going to get out of this one? Oh yeah, they have in the summer. I know what you're talking about, Eva. In the summer they have the amusement park, the little amusement park deal for a week. That's cool. That's crazy. They still have that. There's still a lot of kids in Upland and around there. I know neighborhoods kind of change sometimes where it's like more families live there and then not a whole lot of new families moving in, etc. So all right, I'm gonna hide this whole top so I can see what's going on with our living vampire here. A fair amount of kids still. That's cool. Yeah, I faintly remember that. I guess I for some reason I remember the 4th of July one more. Probably because they had good hot dogs. I just remember I could pretty much have as many hot dogs as I wanted that day. And that was just like super cool to me. They had good hot dogs, right? Didn't they have really good? I don't know. They had memorable hot dogs. What the F is going on? All right, for one thing, this pole is going through his body. So that's one thing. So maybe I can. Yeah, they were really good hot dogs. Okay, so I wasn't just dreaming that up. You guys would eat them for breakfast. Yeah, it's not every day you eat hot dogs for breakfast. You know that you're doing pretty well in life if you're eating hot dogs for breakfast, right? think I have a couple friends that would agree with that. Right, as long as the pole doesn't go through his heart, but it's not made out of wood, so I don't know. I don't know what happens to the metal pole. Anyway, I don't know. I want him to be tall and skinny. That's for sure. So what would I do? Maybe I'll just maybe I'll make him okay. Maybe I'll make him shorter. Just live with it. How am I going to do that? I've got too many things showing. I want this, and I want the poles. Okay. So, why does it keep doing that? Make this shorter. Yeah, Eva, that's true. I'm gonna make them slouchy a little bit. I'm gonna also bring this carousel roof up a little bit, and I think just a combination of doing things like that, little by little, will make this work. Yeah, he should be slouching a little bit, because you're right. That's what a tall person would do. If they were too tall for that. For the amusements. Let's see. I'm gonna get rid of this thing for now. I'm gonna split it. Get it out of here for a minute. I could spend super long time trying to get this pose right. Perfect, I mean. And I think that would be a good use of my time. I do need to make him so he's not. So his head is going through the roof. Sorry about whistling into the mic. That's not a great broadcasting. All right, let's see what a person's body does when they slouch. When in doubt, consult the photographs of the internet. I want to see what the spine does. Kind of this. So her back's straight. She's just slouching her shoulders. I'm thinking about this. It doesn't, I guess it's like when people slouch, I was thinking something a little different. But yeah, that's kind of funny. So we'll do that. So it's like the back goes back a little bit, but it stays straight until the rib cage, and then it comes back in like this. Added that to my reference. See what we can do. So let's hide all this for now. Let's just take it from the bottom. Good. Still want to have. Still want to have the butt sticking out a little bit. Maybe not. This guy's got a lot of parts to hide. Crap. My pen seems to be not agreeing with me tonight. Hey, Kimberly. Wow, I said that in a really enthusiastic way. I must be happy you're here. How's it going, Kimberly? Earlier we were talking about hot dogs. And we were also talking about what we've been binge watching during this thing. So you're all caught up. How far into Umbrella Academy am I? I watched the first 2 episodes last night. So that's how far I am. Oh man, I left this dude's hand behind. Yeah, I'm interested to see what happens. Of course, we can't really talk about it like a ton, right? Because don't want to give anything away. What am I doing right now? What am I doing? So yeah, so you guys watched 2 episodes last night too? Yeah, I forgot it was coming out. So I probably would have eventually just like all of a sudden remembered, but yeah. Spaced out on it. You guys reminded me last night. Yeah, I have the second book, the second graphic novel. It doesn't the plot of the let me how do I put it? The storyline of the book is kind of there, but it's not necessarily the season doesn't necessarily follow the storylines of the books. So it's not like one book per season. But I still wanted to wait until I watched the second season to read the second book. All right, he's clearing the roof. Need to fix his shoulders. So it's probably going to be a shot kind of like that, because that's like a classic horror shot, you know. But something like that. So I know it seems a little weird that I would do all this just to get this shot, but it's totally worth it because, you know, I can play around with the composition, whatever, but it's probably going to be something like this. What is happening? Oh yeah, this duck is not... Ay, ay, ay. Is this an homage to Face Off? No. No, it's not. I didn't think about that, actually. It's possible that the movie Face Off is floating around in my subconscious somewhere, so that's why I thought of it. But this is... Sorry, I was hearing noises. I think my cat is probably freaking out on another cat through the window. You know what? I think I might just leave room. He's got room for a stuffed animal. Yeah, he's kind of hunched over almost like he's been in a gunfight, but this is not the famous John Woo film Face Off. Although Nicolas Cage's head is kind of shaped like this, isn't it? See, like my fear is that all this stuff going on in here, like I'm gonna be saddled with it. Oh boy, I said saddled. That was not a pun. It was not on purpose. Be saddled with a bunch of junk that's really just going to get in my way when I want to paint this thing. Don't want that. I've done that to myself before. I don't know. Let me think about this for a minute. I know he would be slouching. But do I like that? Yeah, I do like it because he's kind of, it's almost like he's kind of chilling. Like he's posing for a selfie. Or posing for a shot. He's like, hey, look how cool I am. Is this how people hold stuffed animals? Where did this pole go? There it is. All right. Yeah. I like it. I like it. I like what I like about it is this shoulder. He's kind of leaning on the pole. That's pretty cool. So let me. Now that we have this top out of not causing us a problem anymore, let's hide everything except for this. Nicolas Cage / Nosferatu and his horse. Is this the horse? There's his horse. Okay. Here's his perspective for a minute. What else do we need? I guess I need his stuffed animal. I don't know. How do people hold stuffed animals? I think his arm would be... One thing, I've got to get it out of this horse's head. Could be like that. Nah, I'm not gonna move him any more further back. There. I think we're almost there. Oh yeah, he's got those gnarly ass hands. So I gotta put his gnarly ass hands in here. Right? Okay. What's going on? Alright. I think we're zeroing in on it. Something that I like. Cool. Let's do the other arm. Let's wrap this other arm around that pole. Dang it. Tap the right thing, Pan. The black and white Nosferatu had a hump. All right, well, this... I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I don't know what I'm going to do with that information. I don't think he'd look better with a hump. I know that much at this point. I could paint a hump in. His shoulders would still be in the same spot. Yeah, I could give him a hump later. I'm not giving him a hump right now. Too close. Yeah, no, I get it. Thanks for letting me know. I looked at pictures of him all day. Well, not all day, but yeah, I remember. He is like, because I remember that one shot that silhouette shot where it's like him like walking up the stairs all creepy, and it's like it's all hunched over. His silhouette's all hunched over. It's like famous, scary Nosferatu shot. All right, I've been messing with this for almost an hour, so didn't really want to spend all night doing this. Sometimes it's, it takes as long as it takes, but this is probably the shot right here. So how much do I care about this other arm? It's not a place for it. It's fucking pen. I guess if he was kind of hugging that pole, his shoulder would be forward. With that. And damn it. Getting a little frustrated. Because I'm trying to like imagine this pose. And all right, I gotta do it. So I'm sitting on a horse, right? I'm at the fair. I'm looking down at the camera, hunched over, because I am a scary vampire from the 1920s. Holding a stuffed animal in this hand, leaning into the pole. I could put, yeah, you know what? My arm isn't up. It's hanging straight down. I'm leaning into the pole, but my arm, you guys see how I just CSI'd that? That was like a fucking CSI investigation. I worked it out like David. Oh, what's that guy's name? Sunglasses guy. Oh well. It's gone. It's gone forever. David something. I think that's kind of the shot. All right, let's take it over to, let me save it first. I don't know if there's a pole coming up. I kind of like this open, like you can see sky back there. It probably needs to at least have a little one. Because otherwise, it's probably going to be dangerous. We have to make some structurally... Oh, Jesus. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Let's see how something like that works. What am I doing? External renderer, key shots. Let's change this all to this first. Boop. Don't you boop at me. Why does my canvas look like this? What are you doing to me, Keyshot? Let's see, this would be kind of cool because this is going to probably be lights. If I can get it so his head cuts this plane just a little bit, that'd be nice. Let's see some of the sky in the back. I'm wondering why my... There we go. Thank you, Keyshot. Alright, this is a square now, which is what I do. So now I can really frame it. Make this focal length. I'm kind of attracted to a really short focal length because it looks cool and cinematic, but with this shot, I think we probably need, if we're going to get him in there, see, like this angle is not great because look at all this. This is all just like, I mean, I put some lights in there and some stuff, but let's see what I had. What did I have over here that I liked when I was... It's going to be assy because I'm doing too much right now on my computer. Come on, baby, come on. That's kind of what I want right there. Like, you can see his shoulder. guess this, I guess it's probably the wrong instinct to, might be the wrong instinct to have to have him so giant in here. It's kind of a cool scene with more of the carousel and stuff. All right, I don't want to take this to take 100 years, so 1024, 3 inches by 2.78 at 300 DPI. Transparency. If this starts taking forever, I'll stop it, because I certainly don't want y'all to have to sit through. Some of these renders can take a really long time, so I'm not going to make y'all sit through that. Let's see. What makes us know this is a carousel? I think what makes us know this is, or what will give us a clue that this is a carousel, is if you see the horse back here and a horse butt right here. Since, pardon my language, guys. I know I just said horse butt. I hope you guys are okay. He was skeletal, thin, and lanky. Okay, I'm gonna take this focal length all the way down. Take this inclination a little bit. Let's stop the madness here a little bit. All right, so I want that. I know this is probably boring to look at, guys. I just want to get it right. All right, add that to the queue, and then I'm just gonna do a couple of quick ones. Since I'm, obviously so quick, this at the queue. I'm not gonna do a million of these because that'll take a long time. It's kind of like, I guess when you're illustrating stuff, I'm thinking like, oh, Nosferatu is the subject of this drawing, right? But also, I like this. I mean, like, I really like this. I can still make him the focal point without. Why do I like this so much? I think I like it. I like it because it looks kind of cool. That's why I like it. He's sitting on this little tiny carousel. This is telling a whole story. The other one is more like, I mean, the other one does too, but this is telling like a whole story. Let me, shit, I should have turned the contrast down a little bit. See if I can get, oh, maybe not that much. What's happening? Let me get some more bounces. I'm tired of messing with it. Undo, undo, undo. I'm gonna save this in case I decide to have some kind of perfectionism freak out later in the week and come back to it. Nosferatu rendering. Let's see. Where's the window? Come on, dude. What the hell? What are you doing to making shot? All right, I'm gonna keep this one. These are exactly the same. How's everybody doing? Just checking in. Eva, yeah, I saw your comments. He was skeletal, thin, and lanky. I think we're pretty close now. Oh, 15 minutes left in the stream. Oh well. Things take time. This is my cat. So while we wait for this to render, here's my cat. Look how happy he is. He's so happy when I hold him. Look how happy he is to be held. He's like super. He's big. He's like the size of maybe a small bear, maybe a newborn bear. That's Boom Boom. Milkshake's around somewhere. Showing you guys pictures of my cats. That's the kind of entertainment you can expect from the Saturday night stream. Yeah, I know he is big, right, Kimberly? The reason why is, well, for one thing, he is big, right? He's like 2 years old, so he's grown. But he's also big, like he's a biggin, because he doesn't, like my other cat doesn't eat all his food at one time. He nibbles. And this cat doesn't nibble. He eats all the food. So I know that's kind of like, oh, big deal, but it's kind of a problem because he's going to be giant. The only thing I can think of to do is like lock them in different rooms or something while they eat, which seems like a lot. Seems like a lot to deal with twice a day. There's Milkshake. He's even happier. He's even happier. Look how happy he is when you hold him. He loves it. Didn't want to leave him out. All right, looks like we're almost done here, right? One more left. Guess we'll have just enough time to open this in Photoshop and paint a little bit on it, and then we'll paint it. Next week we'll just be painting it. All right. Things often take longer than you expected them to, especially when it comes to art. I might set this up as a 24 by 24 because it's, yeah, I might do that. This might turn into a giant painting. I kind of like the idea, like what I'm envisioning. It might be kind of cool. Save the clown pass in a different file. Oh well. Now, let's see how these sit in a square. Maybe, but I kind of have a feeling the other one. It looked really square. In the other one, in the it looked square to me. So, not that this is the end of the world or anything. It's just this isn't going to all be black, but it's just so much. Solid. All right. I think that at this point, since we're so close to the end of the stream, I might call it and just say, hey, we got these renders done tonight, and then we'll start painting it next week. Because I might go in and see if I can get. You know, I was feeling a little like I was taking too long, which was completely in my head. But I was feeling like, hey, why don't we just decide on something here? Which isn't a great way to make decisions like this. It's really the time in the process where you want to try to get it right. So I'm gonna set this up. I'm gonna figure out how to render this guy this week, and then next week I'll have a final shot. I'll have a final shot to start painting, because I think these are getting there, but they're not. I thought they were square. Nas for to. I'll probably get sued by 200-year-old Germans for calling my painting Nosferatu. Oh well, they can bring it. I'm just kidding. All right. So, wow, I feel like I just came back from a long journey with that stuff. Anything else? Any other television show recommendations? He's got that big bald head. See, this is like kind of what I prefer to drawing. I mean, it's still drawing, but I don't really like line. I don't like working in line for too long into a piece. Maybe I'll do a little portrait. This week. Just kind of yes, quick study of how this guy's going to look. What the take will be. Jeez, do I have to draw these teeth, man? Whose idea was this? I'm just kidding. Yeah. So yeah, guys, thanks for sticking with me. I think we might have got hung up a little bit there in the end, but whatever. You know, maybe it's not as big of a deal as whatever. Thanks for sticking with me. I hope you had fun. I hope you got a little bit of chill time in tonight. Saturday. I'm not going to show pictures of Nosferatu on the street. Yeah, this thing, this right here. This shot right here. And going up the steps, all hunched over. And then here he is. He's on a boat. He's like, I'm on a boat. Yep. He's coming across the ocean to bite people's faces off. Here he is here. It's a good shot of him. Just hanging out. He's like, no big deal. No filter. It's just a little selfie. Yeah, I gotta get these hands in there. Jeez. This is all the reference I was using. This is really cool. I think this is actually a, this looks to me, I don't know if this is a bust or not, but this looks to me, maybe this is just a photograph, like a really good photograph, but it almost looks like a sci-fi bust. Super happy I found that. He doesn't look exactly like him, but who cares, right? It's really good reference. And I guess this was some movie poster or something. So there you are. Everybody sleep tight. I hope everybody sleeps well tonight and has pleasant dreams after this. And we shall see y'all next week. Thanks again for hanging out. And rock on.